Is silver ready to take off? We're going to take a look at that. We not claiming it's going to, not claiming it's not going to. Just want to hear me out, because there's so much unknowns with silver, gold, and platinum nobody knows. Want to make that crystal clear. We got Stop the Milk campaign growing, my friends. We're growing. We're going to talk about that as well. Going to let you know what's going on at the shop. I'm not at the shop today. It's my day off, and hopefully the rest of the day I am going to be able to have off from the shop. That don't happen too often, but when it does, it's nice. Going to let you know what's going on there. We got a lot to talk about, so please help me out with the thumbs up. Thumbs up, my friends, gets the word out. All right, that really helps gets the word out. Share the video out. We're picking up steam with Stop the Milk. We're going to get into it all. We got the PIMBEX giveaway. We got the PIMBEX deal of the week. Let's just get into it. $36 silver plus right now. Look, we don't have a lot of history off of charts to go from 36 to 50 bucks. Not a lot of history there. Okay, done it in 2011, the last time. There was reasons for it to go to $50 in 2011. Then it crashed, right? Oh yes, it crashed. 1980, the Hunt brothers tried to corner the market. Crashed back then too. Look, there's no Hunt brothers here. There is no government involved. What's going on really with this? It's per speculation. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe we're going to get a run up here. Silver supply is low. Okay, maybe not the physical market. Okay, there's a lot of physical out there. I'm not talking about the physical market where you go into your local coin shops or go to like channel sponsor PIMBEX, bullion dealers all around. I'm not claiming there's a shortage there. It's paper market, paper over it. Price goes up, people get scared. People come into panic sell. Guy walked in the shop today. I got a phone call today. We bought another $500 face of 90% silver today. They try to talk him out to it. He says, I'm done with it. It's up. I'm tapping out. Is he right? Is he wrong? Look, I think he's wrong. That's my personal opinion. People forget. This stuff is going bye-bye. This stuff has lost over 9% of value this year. What is that telling us? Silver is up 24%. Gold's up 30%. Copper is up 19 point something percent. Platinum's up 30+%. All your metals are up, my friends. Your dollars, you're trading for something that's going up in value and trading for something that's paper going down in value. Does that make sense? Does that really make sense? To me, it don't. To me, it don't. I'm still trying to get as much as I can. It's getting pricey. No doubt about it. Okay, there's no doubt about it. It's getting pricey. Look, we got the Stop the Milk campaign going on. We should be alarmed of the rate of 90% silver getting melted down. We should be alarmed. We should be teed off. We should be more than teed off. All right? This should be upsetting most Americans right now what's going on, especially if you're a true stacker. They're not making this anymore, my friends. And for the ones who think, for the ones who say, melt it down, my stack will be worth more. I wouldn't think like that. We don't know where the supply and demand's going to come from next. When there's the next baking crisis, when there's another crisis somewhere, this will be the first to go. Then it will drive up the price. Not in silver price, premium prices. Why are we melting this down? I just gotta, for a fast buck, I'll say it again. before these coin shops and pawn shops or anybody else is choosing to melt this down, trying to make a quick buck off this. How are you going to make a quick buck later for these coin shops to melt it down? I'll say it again in this video. It makes sense. It makes awfully sense. You're throwing later profits away. Why not sell it for less? Buy it for less if you're getting too much in. That's the game you played in. You know, we see the premiums go up when there was a rush for it. Okay, the market's not there. I get it. Offer less then. So they're melting it down. You know, it's up to the coin shops, my friends. It's up to the pawn shops. It's not the smelters are melting it down. Maybe some of them don't know the true value of 90% silver. It lays on the coin shops and pawn shops that do know. It's not the customers bringing it in, it's their fault. If they choose to sell, they choose to sell. Can't blame them. But these coin shops are taking it to the smelters, or sending it off to the smelters, where they could pick up the gosh darn phone and call a channel sponsor like PIMBEX, or another online bullion dealer, another coin shop, but they're too gosh darn lazy to pick up the phone and make some phone calls. That's what it is. You know, that's where it lies to be the truth right there. It's not having sentimental value for the 90% silver. It's nothing like that. It's about protecting history. Yeah, and then we get comments on this channel, and I've seen comments on other channels. You know, you want to stop the milk, go buy it. Well, that's great to say. Not everybody's got the money to go buy it. Not in bulk. You know, the ones who are selling it may have a lot of bulk. They buy it over time. They didn't buy it all at one time. Maybe some of them did. You know, you think I got my stack all one night? No, this took several years to build up, my friends. It takes time. Then your stack grows. Then you got a crap load of 90% silver. Then somebody says silver's not money. Hello, come again? Look, silver, you can use anything as money and trade between two people. We're going back to that, my friends. The dollar's going to die, and that's what's going to happen. You know, when we're sitting here melting down good 90% silver, and again, I don't blame the smelters. Do some of them know? Yeah, there's people out there have said, you know, a few of you have said, you know, smelters are doing the right thing. They're calling online bullion dealers. They're calling their local coin shops, seeing that they wanted to get it before they melt it down, whatever you want to call it. And guess where it ends up going, my friends? China, India. It hits the COMEX first. Some of it may be going to Canada. Do we really want our history to go bye-bye? Really? We're going to need this, my friends. No, I've already proven that if you took all the silver quarters out there, the Washington silver quarters out there, add them all up in the Red Book, divide that by the last U.S. census, if we could account for every single Washington silver quarter out there, each American would have right about 8 silver quarters per person. 8 silver quarters. That's if you can account for it all. Well, guess what? It's getting melted down even more now. Some of this stuff is overseas. Some of this stuff is in Canada. You know? And we're sitting here melting it down on a daily basis. Gosh darn shameful. That's what I say. So yes, stop the melt. This is why I'm so teed off. This should be in everybody's stack. We're going to need this, my friends. And we're sitting here melting it down. You know, and the reason why maybe I got so much passion about this. You know, when my grandma was a little girl. I told the story before, but I think it's worth sharing it again. They were very, very poor. Should we go to school? On the way home from school, the recycling plant was there. By the house. But on the way home from school, she would bring a little red wagon, collect cardboard before the trash man came pick it up. Or the recycling plant, whatever. She would gather it up, bring it to the recycling plant. Maybe she got 50 cents. Back then it was 90% silver, my friends. Take this home to mama. Help fed her family. Help kept the lights on. 50 cents back then went a long friggin' way. Back then. It's not like the dollar today. It's not like the dollar today. Yeah, that's a dollar's face. Alright, what can you buy for $1? But this has value, my friends. Why are we melting this down? You know, maybe your parents were the same way. Very, very poor. In the 30s, the 40s, the 20s. Whenever. Using this as an example. My grandma was born in 1936. She's going to have her 89th birthday next month. July 22nd. She's had it rough when she was a kid. And maybe that has something to do with it. Why I'm so passionate about 90% silver. You know, times were tough back then. Times are tough now. And these coin shops seem like they only care about us making a quick buck right then and now. But they're not worried about making a quick buck later when someone else takes those same silver coins. They sell them to somebody else. They may be able to get them back in that shop. Make a little bit more cash. Instead of melting them down. I don't know much more to say it. They're throwing future profits away. That's what they're doing. Check out channel sponsor PIMBEX. Still got a couple more days left for $30 face, my friends, on the Franklins. Order them now if you're able to order them. Next week will be a different special going on. I cannot release that special yet. I don't want the competition to pick up on it yet. It will be out Monday. That's all I'm going to say. Don't forget about the PIMBEX giveaway coming up, my friends. I have not opened this roll of silver quarters they sent me. So who knows what's going to be. They're all Washington. That's what Michael told me at PIMBEX. They're all Washington silver quarters in this tube. They're typed up so nice, I'm not going to open this. It's going to be as is from PIMBEX itself. That's going to be part of the giveaway on July 4th. I'm giving away $6 half, 2 Franklins, 2 walking halves, 2 1964 Kenley 90% silver, 1 Barbara dime dated 1910, and 1 Stanley Liberty quarter dated 1927. I'm still waiting for a 5-ounce piece to arrive. Checked it before I did this video. Still came out of up north. Still tracking to Dallas, Texas right now. I don't know why I went to Dallas for it, but the post office is messed up right now, as most of us know. So maybe by Monday I'll have it in my hands. I'll be doing the giveaway video on the 23rd or 24th of June, my friends. The giveaway will be done July 4th. Be one lucky winner will get over 14 ounces of silver. You must be subscribed though. Perfect time to subscribe. Perfect time to give us that like right now. Perfect time for everything. It's right now, my friends. We're going to keep you updated of what's going on in the markets, of course. I want to read 7 names that are with us with Stop the Milk campaign. I've been doing this. I got 7 more names. So here we go. Retired old guy. I love that name. Retired old guy. Victor Webster, John Powell, Richard Young, John 1124, James H. We're all part of Stop the Milk campaign. There are two channels I want to recognize as well. First channel, my good friend Sobriety in Silver YouTube channel. He's with us on board with Stop the Milk campaign. Want to recognize that channel? Check him out, Sobriety in Silver YouTube. Most of you know Salivate Metal. Sal from Salivate Metal did an awesome job with one of his videos with Stop the Milk today. If you've not checked that video out, watch this morning's video, my 90% silver market report. I put a link in there this morning to his video from this morning. Have easy access to it. Thank you, Sal from Salivate Metal. Check his channel out. Check out my good friend Ani from Sobriety in Silver. Check his channel out. Look, that's 3 channels now. This is going to grow, my friends. Stop the Milk campaign is going to go viral. Help me get more and more people involved with this. We got to stay on top of it. We got to save our history. If we don't, well, then I don't know what's going to happen. But we got to save this for our generations to come. We got to save this for our kids now. We got to save this for our grandchildren now. We got to teach them what real money is. Not this crap fiat currency that's worth, can't even buy a roll of toilet paper with it. True story. If you folks have any questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, reach out to me. My email's in the description of every single video. I thank you all for your support. If you would like to make a donation, there are 2 ways. A super thanks in any single video, which is in the comment section. Start typing. You see a little heart with a $sign there. Or my PayPal will be in the description of every single video. All I ask is if you can't afford to do so, don't do so. Look, I love the donations. Not a requirement. All my content is absolutely free to watch on this channel. You never will see me have a membership. I'm going to keep it all open for everybody to watch all my videos. That's how I'm going to do it. This is my friends. Nothing against the people who have memberships or anything like that. Nothing wrong with people trying to sell merchandise. Speaking about merchandise, I've had a couple requests to make t-shirts with Stop the Milk. Hats. Look, I'm not going to do it. And I'm going to tell you why. I've ordered some stuff from other YouTube channels, and it's not them to blame. Alright? I've ordered merchandise. It's low quality merchandise. From what my liking is. If I find a company, I might consider it. If you want to make a Stop the Milk shirt, you know somebody in your area that makes t-shirts, go make one for yourself. You got my permission to. I'm not here to sell you folks anything. Most of you know I'm never going to take a commission off of anything on this channel. PIMBEX don't pay me commission. They pay me a monthly fee, my friends. I'm not here to try to sell you vitamins or other stuff to bury in the ground or anything like that. I'm here to give you fully support, give you the right information. That's it. I'm not here to sell vitamins or anything like that. You know, or protein shakes. I've had offers on that. I've had offers from other online bone dealers as well. No thanks. Don't want a commission. You know, don't want a commission at all. This is why I love channel sponsor PIMBEX, because they're doing it the right way. They're doing it the right way, my friends. And I can truly support PIMBEX with this campaign as well. They're fully on board with Stop the Milk campaign as well. I hope you join me. We're going to go for a ride with this one. Let's save our history now before it's too late. Coin Shop Chris is out. We catch you tomorrow.